Familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I'm doing finally my unpopular opinions, hot takes. Every time I say hot takes, I want to actually do the Hot Pocket theme song. So I actually want to call it Hot Topics, but sing it the Hot Pocket way. I don't know why. So I had asked you guys about a month ago. I know it has been so long, and you guys, every time I try, it's just impossible. But now that we're dwindling to the end, finally get this video up. So I will be doing my makeup with an unpopular opinion palette. Why not do it? This is the actual Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I think this is gorgeous. I think the quality is really, really good, but it is an unpopular opinion because of who made it and who is the actual brand. I actually have had this for over a year in my collection. I've used it, but not on camera because I already know how the popular opinion is about it, but I don't care. Figured it fit this video perfectly fine. So I'm going to talk to you guys, or I'm going to read the unpopular opinions you guys submitted. I will not be naming anyone that submitted anything. Everything is always anonymous on my channel. I try not to call anybody out or have anybody targeted for anything. This is just a chill video for you guys to enjoy. Again, if you do not agree with what I say or what anybody else says, don't worry. You're entitled to your opinion. We are entitled to our opinion. We can respect one another without having to fight. We can agree to disagree. This is supposed to be a fun video, so please do not get all hot and bothered about it. I promise you it won't be anything that's, too hard, but I'm gonna say what you guys submitted and I'll agree or disagree with you guys. So if that's something that you want to see, stay tuned. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash pressure pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now let's get on with the hot topics. I'm going to do my best to get into as many as I possibly can. I obviously will not be able to get into every single person's unpopular opinion, which I'm pretty sure I will do a second part to this. I'm going to do my makeup. My whole entire face is done with the exception of my lips and eyes because I knew this was going to be a long video and I did not want to take too long with it. Let me just mute everything on my phone so then it doesn't sound off because that's where I'm reading everything. So let's get on with it. If I forgot anything, I'll put annotations on the screen or down in the description box because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very long video. So prep yourselves. All right, so we're going to start off with the first one while I am going to start my makeup. Unpopular opinion. People want YouTubers to be themselves and authentic to who they are, but when they get bigger, they expect more from the YouTubers in so many different directions because they're role models to their audience and influence people. And then they're surprised when the YouTuber has changed and isn't their authentic self like they were when they were smaller. I know it's not a simple and popular opinion, but it's something I see a lot watching YouTubers grow. So that is a lot to take in, but I wanted to start off with that one because I know that is something that I have seen. That is something that I personally have. I don't think I've personally experienced this because it might be because I'm somebody who's constantly stating and saying to you guys, evolution. We're always changing. We're always evolving. I don't know how many videos I have, especially in 2019, how I've constantly had said, I'm evolving, I'm changing, my tastes change. Just like your makeup taste change, so does your life, which in turn makes you change in other ways. Having kids have made me change the way I do my makeup or the way that I think about makeup versus when I didn't have kids. So that's just an example. So yeah, I completely see where this unpopular opinion is. I have seen where it's a shame because there's a small percentage of large YouTubers that have ruined it for the rest of us. Because then the majority of the audience or most of those that are watching YouTube assume that everyone else will be that way, and it's not the case. I myself have changed. I know I have changed from when I first started doing this to now. I used to love to buy new releases and test out new things, and then I realized what things that I like and the fact that I get anxiety if I have too many liquid products or too much items that I'm never going to get my hands on. But nothing has ever changed when it comes to my eyeshadow love. Like, I've always loved pigments. I remember me having an unpopular opinion back in 2014 saying, I love pigments. Everyone else hated them because they were messy, but I've always loved pigments. That's just one example. So it's a shame because I really do think that it's just life. That's just life. And you're seeing content creators on camera going through the change. So you're seeing it firsthand, basically. Because if you were to hang out with somebody you haven't seen in a long time, you would automatically assume that that person has changed because we've gotten older, our lifestyles have changed. But when it comes to a content creator, I feel like some people, here's my bottom line is, I feel like a lot of individuals, not everyone, but a lot of individuals dehumanize people that are behind a screen or a camera. It's just like celebrities. When a celebrity does something or a celebrity does anything in general, like we forget that they have feelings. This is how I always categorize it. This is how I keep myself grounded. I literally look at someone and I'm always reminding myself, they pull down their pants the same way I do to sit on the toilet and take a poop just like I do. They have sweaty, stinky days. They have snot coming out of their nose. As beautiful as these women are and these men are, they still have the same issues as I do. And that's how I keep myself from not dehumanizing somebody. I remember the nasty stuff. I remember we always poop together. We're all blowing snot out of our noses. We all have those nasty hot breath in the morning. And I feel like there is a certain amount of individuals here on YouTube that also dehumanizes content creators. We forget that we're all human too. And one of them being the person that I'm using this palette from. Am I saying that she's not at fault of some things that she's done? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like it doesn't matter what that woman does, people automatically just hate on her. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I feel bad for her because I can only imagine her anxiety level and her frustration and the will of wanting to please everyone, but you can't. So that's where that one is. I could keep going on that one topic, but that's where I'm going to stop it because I have a million more to go. All right, next one that I have here is I don't like Natasha Denona eyeshadows. They're patchy on me. That's definitely a personal thing. I have never had an issue with Natasha Denona, so I really can't speak on that. But I know some individuals are allergic to her shadows, which is something new that I have learned because I personally am not allergic to her shadows, but I am well aware that individuals are allergic to her shadows. So, I don't know, maybe it's the brushes. I couldn't tell you because I have never had that issue. Maybe one of you guys have, and you can maybe give this individual some pointers. Let's see. The IG look is overdone and unrealistic. Everyone looks the same with the plasticky look. I am someone who admires IG looks, but I am not somebody who is going to emulate them or wear them out on the street. I've always told you guys, and I've said this for a long time, that any look that I do, I will leave my house with. If I don't feel comfortable with the look that I have, then I'm not going to do it because then I'm not being honest with myself. I want to come up with looks and share looks with you guys that I am going to be happy with wearing out. Today, my daughter has a dentist appointment. You bet your bottom dollar I'll be wearing this to the dentist and I don't mind because I am comfortable in it. So I think they're beautiful. I think they're more like artistic, like a painting kind of thing where you admire it, but you not necessarily, like when I look at paintings, I don't really understand them. And sometimes I'm like, oh, they're not that pretty, but other people do like that. That's how I take IG. I think that some looks are beautiful and I think some looks are very creative and I'm sure it takes a very, very long time. But I always wonder if that individual would actually leave their home to go to a baby shower or to go to the dentist or go to the grocery with that look. Maybe some of them may, maybe some of them may not. It's all an art form, and that's where I leave IG. Not everyone does those looks on IG. There are some individuals that actually come out with like nice looks, and I don't mean everyday looks because I do some bright, bold colors out there, but the techniques that I personally use on myself, I feel comfortable leaving my house with. The naked palettes are great, especially for beginners. I have to agree. As much as some of them may get hate, I do agree because you're getting a little bit of a taste of undertones, finishes, color stories without being so hard, because there are some beautiful eyeshadows that I own, but I don't feel like I would recommend them for beginners because they're way too bright, bold, or pigmented for somebody to start out with that doesn't really know how to use them. So yeah, I absolutely agree. The very first purchase I ever bought for my sister was one of the Naked palettes. So yeah, I would agree. Everyone has to have perfect brows. Well, there are days I don't have perfect brows. I can tell you right now that, you see that right there? Is that this one right here? Yep. See right there? That'll never be perfect. I guess it's no, I always say that your brows are like your bra. If you have the right bra on, the shirt will look nice, and if you don't have the right bra on, you can't really 100% see how your shirt's gonna look. And that's how I always feel about my brows. My brows. I have to at least get them somewhere decent, but they're not perfect. Let me tell you, if you look at them, mine are not perfect, and I'm okay with that. But you're right. I feel like there is this perfection to them, and I do not like those very drawn in brows. The ones that are like boxy. Ooh. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next hot take, shall we? YouTubers don't need to tell us to grab a snack. It's a long one or any variation. I clicked your video. I'm well aware of the length, and if I want a snack or drink, I'll get one without your reminder. My ridiculous pet peeve. I may have said that here and there, but I don't say it often. I have heard YouTubers say that. It doesn't really personally bother me. I could care less. Like, you're right. I know that I could get a snack on my own. I can, do as I please in my own home. So if I feel like it, or even feel like clicking, it's okay. I think that some YouTubers do that out of courtesy, because I know for a fact that I don't actually look at how long a video is unless I know I am limited with my time. So when they say that, I realize, oh crap, how long is this video? I didn't realize it. Like, that's my way of taking that. It's not necessarily like me taking it offensively. It's me like, oh, I didn't realize how much time I had left or how much time I had to invest into this video. You don't need to buy enough stuff to get to the free shipping threshold. These additional items are wasted money. I think we've all fallen for this at one point or another in our lives. I know I have. I could speak for myself. Yes. There was a point years ago where I wouldn't even buy something if I had to pay for shipping because it would always drive me crazy. But I've gotten over that, and I now do get things without having to get to that threshold, because sometimes I don't want to spend $100. I just want that one item. So I personally have gotten over that hump, but I'm well aware. And believe it or not, I know people like this that aren't even on YouTube or care about makeup, and they do it for other things like clothing. I was just talking about this with a neighbor about a week ago, and how she would spend the extra like at Target to get it shipped to her house or whatever. So it's not just a YouTube thing. It's like a everyone thing. And I don't know why we think that way, but I guess because we hear the word free and we want to get that free thing. The fluffy brow looks editorial, but for everyday looks like caterpillary. I'm gonna agree. I'm sorry. I can't get on board with that fluffiness. Like the whole... Like, I personally could do that because when I trim my brows and like I have hair all down here, I have so much brow hair, I can't, no. If somebody has that naturally and that's what they like, again, do you, but I must agree with this one personally. I don't like it. I like a groomed brow. I'm not saying like a penciled in perfect brow, but a groomed brow, I'm digging it. It's kind of like a man. I don't like the mustache situation, which is your skinny brows. I don't like the full beard, which is your fluffy brows. I like that nice, structured 5 o'clock shadow kind of look on a man, that's how I like my brows. Like it's the right in between look. Products contain too much of the product for customers to be able to use it before it expires, let alone use it up. Imagine if all the makeup we have is half the size now and how much we would get through. Yes. Yes. I am an advocate for having less product. I wish that brands would do less product, but also cut down the price. And I can care less about the packaging. I've always said this. I've never fallen really for packaging, so I don't really care what it looks like. Oh, it's beautiful, yes, but I'm not walking around with this. Do you like my palette? Do you like the look? No, you're looking at this. You're not looking at this. So I don't care about the packaging. So I agree. I 100% agree. If I could get something in a mini size, I'm going to do it because I feel like even the mini size I struggle with finishing up. And as a panner, you know how long things take and how quickly certain things will expire. And even if you're not following the expiration on the back of a product, it still takes a very, very long time. And they will, like lip product, please give me minis all day long. I think I would be so much happier and less of a more relieved to know that my lip products are mini size and I don't have to worry about them going bad. I really like dupe copycat brands. This was very controversial at one point or another here, but I know that it has since died down. Makeup Revolution being one of them. Alter Ego was another one where people were really, I'm not gonna say mad, they were pissed that they were replicating items. There is that saying where it says, what is that? Something form of flattery. I don't remember. But you know what I mean. I agree to that to an extent. I'm not somebody who likes it when a copycat brand is only copying certain brands only. Like, for instance, if brand A is copying brand B, even though there's B through Z brands to copy off of, you're only copying off of one brand just because they're being successful. Like, do a little bit of a mosh pit of everyone, so that way you're not just centered on one, and it looks like you're picking on one brand. So I actually, depending on what it is, like for instance, beauty blenders, I don't mind a copycat one because I don't feel like spending $20 on a damn sponge. I'd rather spend $5 on a sponge and it'll work the same way. So I don't mind it to an extent. I don't mind that to an extent. I get up to get my mascara, and of course I get interrupted by 3 million different things. I can never just sit here and do what I need to do. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? I don't like mascara or false lashes at all. Ooh! You just offended a bunch of people, didn't you? I could see the false lashes because I know a lot of us don't care for them. Like, I love them, but I don't need to have them at all times on my eyes. The mascara situation, I do know some people that don't like mascaras because there's the people that I know, it's because they feel like they're gonna lose their lashes. So they don't want to put on mascara because they say their lashes are gonna fall off. Don't ask me. But there are some people, I know that, I know somebody, a family member who was at her job, and there was a woman who got like a care package as a gift for Christmas, and she was going around asking who wanted the new mascaras out of it because she didn't use mascaras. And literally everyone was telling her no because they didn't use mascara either. So you're not alone. I actually would choose mascara over a lipstick. I would choose mascara over doing my brows. I would choose mascara over doing, even if I had to give up eyeshadow, mascara still, I feel like it makes you, makes you girly, I guess is the word it just makes me look put together. If you ever look at cartoons, you always see the lashes on the girl. So I always associate that with like being girly, so I have to put on mascara. Falsies, I don't really have to. Today I am, but I don't have to every day. I hate the term wearable. Yes, I do too. Anything is wearable. I agree 100%. if one chooses to wear it. I wish the term toned down would be used more. Oh, yes. I'm so going to start using that too. I always struggle with having to find a word that replaces wearable. I normally use acceptable because of the workforce accepting things. But yes, toned down is definitely the best way to say it. I am not a fan of when somebody says wearable, because to me, this is wearable, but I know to some is not wearable. This nail polish is wearable for me, but to some it's not. This bright yellow shirt is wearable to me, but I know some people stick to your neutral shade. So yeah, I am not a fan of that word either. I'm always arguing with people saying that what's wearable to me may not necessarily be wearable to somebody else. So yeah, I'm with you, girl. I am with you. I'm not gonna do too much mascara because I'm gonna do falsies. Let's see what else we got here. See what else we got. I like bronzers that pull orange. Maybe it's just my skin tone. I think it's a skin tone thing. I do, because I know, where are my lashes? Oh, they're over there. Yeah, I have some bronzers that are orangey, but I personally like them in the summer versus the winter time because I get more goldeny, bronzy. So like today I'm wearing MAC Give Me Sun, which is very orange, but you really can't tell that it's orange on my cheeks. So I agree. I like them. I even like the red tone ones for the summer. I like a shimmery bronzer in the summer. I personally like a cool tone bronzer in the wintertime, a matte bronzer in the wintertime. So I have different ones that I like throughout the year. So I don't see anything wrong with it. This is why there's so many options in the world, and that's why there's so many brands that make so many different things, because not everyone is gonna like your cool toned chiseled out bronzer. All right, I put on my lipstick while I was waiting for these to dry up, so let's see the next one. When you really think about project pans, they seem really stupid, because if you have had a healthy amount of makeup, it would be normal to hit pan or use products up. Not being able to do so just shows that you have serious problem and are privileged to have such problems. Don't get me wrong, I myself am one of those who like and do project pans. I agree to you to an extent. I personally know some that project pan that do not have a ton of makeup, that have one or two items in their collection per category, but they still project pan. I think it's more so that project pan did start because of over consumerism, but I don't think necessarily it's everyone's case as to why they're project panning, because I can tell you I have one cream bronzer, but I'm panning it. I think it's more, to some, it's more of like the thrill of seeing something done, the thrill of seeing a pan at the bottom, not necessarily because they have too much in their collection. I think it starts out that way, but then it changes for some. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's a great way because, like somebody else's unpopular opinion said, if products would not come in such a big amount, we wouldn't necessarily need to be conscious of using that product before it goes bad. So it ties into that too, that if products were tiny, I wouldn't really, I don't think to use this every day because I know I'm going to eventually use it. But something like, I don't have anything in front of me, but something that's huge, I am going to have to be conscious of it because it's so big that I'm not going to be able to finish it off before I get to, before it expires or goes bad, and then I just wasted my money. So I think everyone's journey is different when it comes to project panning. Again, I don't think it's necessarily over consumerism. There's plenty of people that project pan that do not have a ton of products. It may start out with some like that, but not everyone. So, and I don't think it's stupid. Personally, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's a lot of fun, and it encourages others to slow down their consumerism. So in a way, it's helping those that are buying too much realize, oh, that does look like fun. Oh, look how great someone feels when they finish off a product and got their money's worth. So I think it's more of a broader thing. Project Pan has broadened out to be more than just panning products. It's become something else. If you don't like project panning, I would highly recommend not doing it because you're gonna force yourself to do stuff, and I'm not one to hate pan. And it also, project pan also makes you realize what you truly love and what you don't. That's another thing, is project pan has, at least for myself, has allowed me to realize what it is that I like to buy, what it is that I don't like to buy, what takes me too long to pan and not buy so much of, what I'm quick at panning, like lip liners. So I've known, so that's how I've been able to control what it is that I like, because some people do not realize it. This was not a thing years ago, so people would just buy things because they like the color and not really necessarily use them. So it has evolved, you guys, just like people, things evolve, like ideas evolve. So this has definitely evolved to something completely different from what it started on. So my opinion, it's not stupid. I think that what it has become now is what I love about it the most. Okay, let's see. Not a fan of the blush bronzer across the nose. Ooh, somebody's coming after some people. I'm not getting involved. No. I don't do it. I've never actually tried it, honestly. And you want me to tell you why I've never actually tried it? Because I have such a big nose that I'm afraid to bring more attention to it. That the other reason why I've never highlighted the tip of my nose. Could you imagine if I highlight the tip of my nose? I would have a schnoz, like a huge old elephant trunk. I don't do it on myself. I can see how it could look flattering if done right, because it's a look that should be done minimalistically wise. Is that even a word? In a minimal way. If you're doing a full face of makeup with these like this, I wouldn't do it because it's just too much. But if you're going for just filling in your brows, doing mascara, doing a lip gloss, and then doing that, I think that'll look flattering. But some people take it to the extreme and then do it with a full face of makeup, and that's when I feel like it doesn't look right. But again, do what you want to do. Who am I to say what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do? But I don't hate it. I personally don't do it on myself for that reason. I do put a little bit of bronzer on my nose. Like when I do this, I just go like this on my nose, but you really can't tell. The main reason why I do that is because this looks all bronzed up, and then my nose is so big it looks white. So I have to kind of mesh it together in order for it to kind of mix together. All right, you guys, I did my whole entire eye look. Came out really pretty. Isn't this palette, I really do like this palette. I think it's beautiful. The purple oranges and the pinks, I think it looks so pretty. So I do like it. I'm gonna do one more while I'm doing my face, and then, my hair, and then we'll be done. Let's see. We need shade variety in mascaras. Not everyone likes a charcoal black lash. I am not talking about colorful ones, just natural shades like brown, ginger, blonde. Anybody that is listening that has any type of power, please do this. I would be such a fan of this. For those that had fair-haired, light color contrasting, their eyes have been claimed as spider statement. Yes, this I 100% agree with. I would love more mascaras in hair color. Just as we have different varieties for your eyebrows to fill in, I think mascaras, yes, this is genius, because she's right. If you're very fair skin and you put on a dark mascara, some people claim that you have spider lashes, when in reality, you're using what you have. There's only brown, and that's still dark, and then black. So yes, any brands, anybody that has any influences with brands, this would be a seller. This would be a winner. This person needs credit for this. I think this is awesome. I would definitely buy a light brown mascara because I think it would make my eyes pop so much more instead of making them look so much darker than what they already are. Yes, 100% agree on that one. I would absolutely love that. All right, you guys, this is the hot mess of a hair that I have today. Sorry, I'm gonna have to fix it off camera because right now you could tell it's frizzy from the outdoors. All right, that's the best that I'm gonna do for it today, folks. And I gotta film another video after this, so here we go. Guys, that's my eye look. Thank you guys so much for the hot takes. This is gonna be a long video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I do have more hot takes. I'll probably do another version of this later on in the summer because I thought this was a lot of fun. A lot of insight, a lot of thoughts. This just encourages me to think how you guys think too, because I'm also a viewer, not just a content creator, so I always like to know what's on the other side. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put our videos over here for your enjoyment, and thank you again for submitting all that. You guys are awesome. I couldn't do this video without you guys supporting me and actually participating, because then I'd be participating with myself. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Adios.